Buenas tardes. Good afternoon, distinguished audience. What does it take to make society more inclusive? My interest in social impact began early, inspired in part by my grandfather, a judge in the Central Highlands of Peru, who often spoke about the societal disparities he witnessed. I went to law school believing it would equip me with the necessary tools to drive meaningful change, especially in a country with high levels of inequality, such as Peru, where I'm from. My first year lacked inspiration, though. Many courses seemed disconnected from real-life problems. But my perspective changed when I began an internship at Microsoft back in 2013, and I saw a demo video of Seeing AI Prototype. This project, which used artificial intelligence to help the visually impaired perceive the surroundings, opened my eyes to the profound potential of technology as a catalyst for social good. I was immediately fascinated by the idea of leveraging technology as a force for inclusion. From that moment, my focus shifted towards the intersection of law, policy, and technology. My commitment to transforming Peru into a more inclusive, innovative, and digital society started back then. I was on the path that led me here and hopefully beyond. After working for 8 years in the private sector, the Peruvian government invited me to assist with the digital transformation and the AI policy design process. Some people told me I would be frustrated and that the public sector bureaucracy would disappoint me. However, I found an opportunity to innovate and shed light on new ways to govern. As a firm believer in bottom-up participatory process, I created a multi-stakeholder committee. Here we're talking about AI at the global level, but I have witnessed firsthand an experience in a local level, bringing together civil society, academia, private sector, all together to find solutions to the challenges that AI poses. Protecting democracy and establishing safe guardrails for AI is a shared responsibility. Governments are not alone and must not be alone in this endeavor. Collaborating with a broad spectrum of stakeholders is vital to halt the erosion of democracy. I want to tell you about a stakeholder that I think is crucial in this pursuit, and that is youth civil society. Youth engagement is a critical area that we need to protect now. We see generative AI creating biased and fake synthetic content, large language models reinforcing polarization, and poorly designed AI-powered technologies that are not compatible with assistive technologies, leading to discrimination against youth with disabilities. However, I sincerely believe that artificial intelligence holds an immense promise when it is used wisely. For instance, AI systems break down language barriers and make resources more accessible to diverse youth populations, or the rapid synthesis and analysis of vast amounts of data. Sadly, AI has yet to live up to its full potential. I want to share with you what is my main concern about AI. AI is reproducing society's bias. It is deepening inequalities. I once heard someone say, that's just the way the world is. And that's true, people is biased. But it depends on us how we want to develop this technology. Data is the oxygen of AI, and transparency should be at its core. However, the data that is used to train artificial intelligence currently is not representative. It is up to us to shape the future of AI now. South Korea's perspective on the intersection between democracy and youth at this Summit for Democracy presents an immense opportunity for the global community to support the rising generation of democracy's defenders. My journey on ethical AI would not have started without good mentors and organizations that invested in me and enhanced my participation and engagement in digital governance. Despite my young age, I became an influential player in the development of tech policies, and each experience advocating for an open, democratic, and trustworthy digital transformation helped me expand my network and have access to several fellowships. Unfortunately, that's not the case for everyone. Youth communities are active at the forefront of global advocacy and democracy movements, from Hong Kong to Iran, Venezuela, and Peru. Youth are diverse and increasingly campaigning for action. However, seats for youth are limited. And when they are available, in most cases, it's a youth session or a youth board where youth talk to youth. While young people have the potential, we don't have yet the power. At this summit, we're trying a different formula though, and I'm grateful for it. As the conversation we will have in the next 3 days between youth, government, civil society, and industry will enable us to move from resolutions to actions that safeguard and nurture human rights, democratic values, and the rule of law in this digital era. The health of democracy is affected by our choices around AI. When it comes to AI and to shaping its future, we can't just sit on the sidelines. Since 2013, I've been advocating for an inclusive digital transformation from the private and the public sector. But this year, I decided to take a bold step. I founded IdonIA Lab, a nonprofit dedicated to designing and implementing the necessary conditions to make AI benefit all. I'm scared as a first-timer social entrepreneur, but I know that the time is now to start multiplying the efforts of those leveraging AI for democracy. Let's take, for example, Rappler, the Filipino independent news outlet founded by Nobel laureate Maria Ressa, which is experimenting with generative AI to enrich democratic consultations. Wouldn't it be great if technology could help citizens in polarized times have more productive engagement? Or the anti-corruption advocates from Armenia to Brazil who are working to use AI for government transparency. Think about how many more resources could be dedicated to democratic priorities if tech could help us reduce corruption. I'd like to end by asking you, who do you want to be in this journey to shape AI? Remember that out there, youth advocates are eager to make an impact, not just inherit technology. Reach out, start collaborating with us. This is my invitation to foster democracy for future generations. Thank you.